2008 Muskoka Lakes Association biannual boat show featured boats built by William J. Johnson, Duke Boats, Port Carling Boat Works, Disappearing Propeller Boat Company, and some fine other boats. Enjoy the video.
Okay, Roger. I'll wait till you get here. He was being, he was there.
There's a boat I didn't see it. That type of boat. There's one without the wood on it. Or maybe it's
No, you
just
saw
the wood on it.
that was there.
That could be the Robinson. No, it couldn't be the Robinson.
This is a steam-powered boat, as you can see. The next boat you'll see is Rambler. It's a Polson Ironworks 70-foot diesel-powered boat. Gatsby was built in 1947 by William J. Johnson, powered by a 6-cylinder Chrysler with 135 horsepower. The next boat you'll see is Muskoka. It's a 1912 Manette. It's 26 feet long. It's powered by a 4-cylinder 65 horsepower Hercules engine. As you'll see, it really did rain a lot in Port Carling, but the fellows brought their boats out and made the best of it, and they had a great time. I hope you enjoy the show. Another attraction at this year's boat show was a 32-foot Butts and Built boat, which is a replica of a launch, and it's just beautiful classic lines. Gary Clark of Clark Wooden Boats brought out his 2008 32-foot Fandango, a classic built launch that would look fine in anyone's boathouse, custom cast hardware. Just a fine representation of the craftsmanship of the early builders of Port Carling. Two words: Peter Breen and Ditchburn Boats. Now that's what you call rain. The sun finally came out, and it was just a wonderful show. This next boat is Miss Ellie, a 1991 20-foot gentleman's racer built by Mike Windsor of Windsor Boat Works after work and on his spare time. It features a V8 300 horsepower engine. Everything's custom cast, and it's just a pleasure to look at, and Mike enjoys driving it on the lakes frequently. The next boat is Muskoka Magic. It was built in 1930 by Gidley Boats. It's powered by a Buchanan 4-cylinder engine with 60 horsepower. The next boat is a Port Carling Seabird, and it's just a pleasure to look at this picture. Our following boat is a dippy, owned by Paul Doddington, who you'll see coming up in the picture at the back. He's one of Muskoka's finest dippy doctors, and he does a tremendous job in keeping all our dippies going. A fine boat coming up next is Bob's Bet, and it's a 27-foot Gravette. Just a fine crafted boat. I really like gentlemen's racers. As you'll see, the next boat is a Gravette Flash. It's in original condition. It hasn't been changed in any way or fashion, and the owner uses it regularly on Lake Rosso. You'll catch in the background of this next picture a Manette side by side, and there is the owner enjoying himself on the lake. You'll notice the hardware on the Manette is quite different from the Gravette. That was one of the big feature differences. I really enjoy the rudder on this boat, as well as the light. It's just terrific craftsmanship, and what more could you ever want than just a fine gentleman's racer on a Sunday afternoon? Enjoy. The Manette's name is Circles. It was built in 1937. It's powered by a 6-cylinder Fireball engine. The next boat you'll see is B4, and it's powered by a V8 supercharged engine with a torpedo hull with fine craftsmanship in terms of the external rudder system. And you'll enjoy watching this boat as it goes up the lake in just a minute. And it rides very nicely in any water, whether it's a chop or smooth lake, and it's superbly crafted in terms of design. I think you'll enjoy watching it take off down the lake. Thank you. MAB is one of 5 boats that were built by Manette Shields. They're basically gentlemen's racers that have been stretched to give a little more seating area. They're a classic boat. This one's 21 feet 6 inches long. It's powered by a 6-cylinder 225 horsepower engine. And you'll notice the rear windshield and the cockpit. On the gentlemen's racers, they would sometimes put a mother-in-law seat in the front. In this instance, it's being shifted to the back. Just a fine representation of Muskoka boat building. As you can see, the weather's about to change, and here's a picture of MAB going down the lake. It's actually being driven by 3 gentlemen underneath the cover, and it's just pouring. This next boat is Pippin. It's a 1925 Ditchburn. It's 24 feet long. It's powered by a Chris Craft 4-cylinder 60 horsepower engine. It's being totally refinished. It's got beautiful lines. I love the tumble home at the back of the boat. The sheer. It's just a fine representation of Ditchburn boat. This next boat is Chimo. I wish I got more pictures of this 1929 Manette Shields. It's 34 feet 6 inches long, powered by a V8 325 horsepower engine. Terrific boat. I want to thank everybody who took the time to venture out in their fine wooden boats and endure a lot of wet weather and some sunshine and some good friendship. And I hope to see everybody out in Port Carling 2010 Muskoka Lakes biannual wooden boat show. Thank you.